Three top players are on the sidelines next week. Maria Sharapova starts her Olympic stint as a journalist, and a couple players made the pages of two style magazines. Hey tennis fans, I'm Lana Maciel, and welcome to our Friday, February 7th edition of Tennis Now News. Victoria Azarenka, Serena Williams, and Rafael Nadal are all on the injury list, with each of them pulling out of their respective events next week. Both Azarenka and Williams withdrew from Doha, with Azarenka citing a left foot injury that began bothering her during the Australian Open. Her absence could possibly drop her to number 3 in the ranks. Williams also pulled out of the Doha event with a back injury, leaving Li Na as the top seed, and possibly moving into the world number 2 spot. And although his back injury from the Australian Open final is no longer an issue, Nadal announced he will have to miss the Buenos Aires event next week, thanks to an inconvenient stomach virus. Rafa is still expected to play at Brazil's Rio Open, starting February 17th. In a one-on-one interview for Fox Sports Live, Andy Roddick talked to Billie Jean King about her reasons for being part of the delegation in Sochi to support openly gay athletes. Here's a clip of what she had to say.
We are who we are. We're athletes, we're people, we happen to be gay, but it's really also telling the world that we're there to support the LGBT community in Russia. I hope it'll help them feel maybe not as alone, that we're there for them as well.
Have you always felt welcome in Russia?
Always. Of course, I don't know if they knew I was gay, but we'll find out now.
Unfortunately, King won't be able to attend the Sochi opening ceremonies due to her 91-year-old mother's failing health. Speaking of Sochi, Maria Sharapova has returned to her hometown and began her duties as NBC Correspondent. So far, she's visited the beach along the Black Sea, given a personal tour to her colleague Mary Carrillo, and talked to Matt Lauer about her experiences of returning to the city she called home as a child. And posing for the cover of Washington Life magazine, Maria Kirilenko and hockey fiancé Alex Ovechkin were all smiles and looking quite chic for their feature article, in which they discuss how they met, how they balance work, travel, and their relationship, and of course, the Olympics. Recent Australian Open semi-finalist Jeannie Bouchard graced the pages of Canadian magazine Flair, posing in 1920s style clothing. The WTA released this behind-the-scenes video from her high-fashion photo shoot. We'll leave you with this final clip.
Just like this, I was in the gym, which is really interesting because I would never go to the gym like this. We're doing some poses with some weights, and now my arms are sore, so I got to work out in as well. So, all in all, time well spent.
That's all for today. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for all the latest tennis news updates. We'll see you next week here on Tennis Now News.